Across the world, there are many genera of stinging insects, many of which are iconic for their intimidating looks, but it is what isn't visible that really makes them deadly to some, this being their formidable stingers. Whether it be from a yellow jacket or even a honeybee, the sting of these insects can either be annoying, painful, or even fatal if you go into anaphylactic shock or are allergic. But from what we know, there is one insect that has a truly formidable sting. The name of this animal, which has become quite infamous in recent years, has a sting ranked by one particularly unfortunate Homo sapiens as the most painful they have ever taken. This is the executioner wasp. Executioner wasps are neotropical vespids native to Central and South America, and as most of you know, are most well known for their incredibly painful stings. They are large yellow and brown paper wasps with a body length of around 24 to 27 millimeters, and are classified in the subfamily Polystonae, the family that contains paper wasps. They form small colonies which build nests under the eaves of buildings or branches, which are founded by solitary queens, and typically comprise an adult population of around 4 to 13 individuals. Foraging adults bring back nectar and macerated prey back to the nest to feed their developing larvae. They use their powerful, short mandibles, which also possess teeth, to decapitate and macerate their prey, typically caterpillars, into an easily carryable food source, and are also quite territorial, with the males chasing away other males from their territories, using their mandibles to make a sufficient enough display to fend the intruders off. They are, however, most famous for their incredibly potent stings, and from their name, have garnered a reputation in many Latin American countries from those unfortunate few who have been stung. The insect was most infamously featured on the channel Brave Wilderness, stinging the host, Coyote Peterson, who declared it to be the most painful one he had ever taken, more so than any other well-armed insects like the bullet ant or tarantula hawk. The venom injected by the animal's stinger is described as being searing and/or burning, causing the area of injection to become numb, as well as going into a state of paralysis, along with the pain coming in several painful waves. Insect venom contains a complex mixture of all sorts of compounds, with peptides and enzymes breaking down cell membranes, whether they be red blood cells or nerves, which in the latter send signals to the brain which are interpreted as the pain which we feel from the venom, which in the case of the executioner wasp is especially powerful. Other substances like norepinephrine stops the flow of blood, which is why the sting from these wasps can last several minutes until the bloodstream can carry the diluted venom away. Other peptides also destroy cell membranes, melting through the connective tissue between the cells, and allowing the other membrane-destroying elements to continue spreading, which leads to the swelling and redness associated with many insect stings. The sting is also able to cause tissue necrosis around the site of the sting, and is able to leave a small rotted hole which eventually scars over. Despite their intimidating appearance and formidable stingers, there is no reason for you to be scared of these animals, as they would rather mind their own business and keep to themselves than wanting to sting, and will only do so if provoked or attacked. And executioner wasps are also a relatively non-aggressive species, so as long as you don't provoke them, you are very unlikely to be stung by these fascinating animals. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.